Quick question. Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did all my money go? It's wild, right? You finally have gotten that raise or that bonus, but somehow you're still broke. BROKE, you are broke. Let's talk about why that happens. And no, no, get it out your head. It has nothing to do with the $7 to $10 that you spend at Starbucks on lattes every single morning. See, money sneaks into every single corner of our lives, from relationships to mental health, even how we see and perceive what we are, our original selves. Welcome to the Cash Wars, guys. First, I like to say congratulations because you got that raise. Or maybe you started earning extra money from your side hustle. That is a huge deal, my friends, because you've worked hard and you deserve to celebrate. You can celebrate like me, drinking some juice. But here's where things get tricky. Earning more money doesn't automatically mean financial freedom. It does not. If you're not careful, that extra cash, that 20 that I'm always holding, can disappear faster than my carrot cake at Thanksgiving dinner. So this is what Cash Words is about. It's an invisible battle between your income and everything else that's trying to take it away from your pockets. I'm going to show you and tell you 7 ways money influences our lives. Often without us even realizing it. So by the end of this conversation, you'll not only understand the hidden impacts, but you'll also have actionable steps to make sure that your money works for you and not the other way around. Money messes with what? Mental health? It does. Because if you've lost sleep at any point in your life over this, I want to let you know you're not alone. You are not alone. In fact, research shows that financial stress is the number one cause for anxiety and depression. And get this, happiness actually plateaus around $75,000 a year. After that, it's not about earning more. No. It's about how you manage what you have. Remember my friend Alex? Alex got a big raise. They felt unstoppable. But with every single upgrade, I'm talking new apartments, fancy dinners, their stress skyrocketed. More money wasn't solving their problems. It was actually creating new ones. So you need to ask yourself, am I losing sleep over my money, my finances? Am I using money to feel better, only to feel worse? Relationships, they have a hefty price tag when it comes to your wallet. See, money has a funny way of complicating relationships. I'm sure you have been there, done that. If not, watch out. See, when Alex got that raise, suddenly they were the go-to friend for footing all the brunch bills. And boy, did we like a good breakfast down at the waterfront. See, family members started asking for loans. And within a few months, poor Alex wasn't just broke, they were resentful. You don't want to have that feeling of guilt of the woulda, coulda, shouldas. So you have to ask yourself why all this matters. Because financial stress is the top reason that many couples argue. And money can shift dynamics in friendships and families like this. Okay? Like this. So you have to ask yourself a couple of questions to make sure that you have a clear understanding around these money dynamics. Am I spending money to impress or please others? Are my financial boundaries clear with the people around me? I cut off my siblings because of money. I love them dearly, but if you take this away, people won't call you anyway. They never wanted to talk to you in the first place. It's amazing. I love y'all if you're watching. Now let's talk about choice and opportunity. A lot of people fail to realize that money opens and closes doors, just like an incense. Money shapes the opportunities we have or don't have. See, Alex wanted to take a photography course, but had no savings left after splurging on all those unnecessary upgrades. Meanwhile, Alex's coworker, who saved consistently, could afford the same course and many more easily. See, the reality, privilege does exist. Do not let anyone tell you that it does not. We are seeing it play out daily on television, on the news, in our reality shows. They talk about it, right? And money often determines whether you can pursue your dreams or put them on hold. So then you have to go back to asking yourself, are my spending habits helping me by building opportunities? Or are my spending habits holding me back from every opportunity? What would I do if I save for something that I really care about? First thing Miss T's going to do is go to the beach. That's where I find my happy place. Okay? So, next, you have to be able to identify the consumerism trap. Okay? This is where we get real personal. Because you have to ask yourself how much of your self esteem is tied into what you own. Now, I wanted to flip this camera around the room so you can see a little bit, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it back center. But I want to use that as an example. See, Alex realized that they were buying things not because they actually needed them, because they wanted to show people how successful they were. Whether it was a designer bag or the latest iPhone, see, every purchase was about keeping up with appearances. You know what they say? Stunting for the gram. But why does that matter? Because consumerism convinces us that stuff equals status. But it's the cycle that's impossible to win, right? So I ask you again to ask yourself, am I buying things to impress others or because they truly add value to my life? Because I don't know how that handbag added that value to your life. What did it get you? But another bill. Then you have to ask, what would my life look like if I spent less? See, I spent less time chasing stuff and more time building my experiences. See, societal pressures tell us we have to keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. But thanks to social media, you're not just comparing yourself to your neighbor anymore. You're comparing yourself to influencers, celebrities, and everyone else's highlight reel constantly, time and time again. And you don't even have time to ask yourself, is this real? Because it's too late. You're gone. You're off to the store buying stuff. So Alex followed people online who always seemed to be on vacation. Or maybe they were even out buying new cars. Whatever the case was, Alex was fueled by impulsive decisions like booking trips on her credit card just to be like the Joneses or the Kardashians. So ask yourself, am I making financial decisions based on what I actually need or what I am seeing online? Who am I trying to keep up with? And why exactly am I trying to keep up with them? Now let's get into health and money because they do correlate. There's some tough truths. Money does affect your health, people. See, Alex started cutting corners on groceries. You know, all the healthy stuff like drinking this juice, making a great salad. I'm talking about the big salad that used to be ordered by Elaine on Seinfeld. See, Alex cut back and couldn't afford their new lifestyle, which led to poor nutrition and constant fatigue. Why that matters is because wealth determines access to healthcare, good food, and even mental wellness resources. It's not fair, but it's a reality. If you don't have the change, it's not going to be working in your favor. So you have to ask yourself, am I prioritizing my health and my budget? A lot of people don't think about that. You think about the light bill, the water bill, the gas bill. You think about your gym membership before you actually prioritize your health into your budget. Now, how can I make smarter choices for long term well being? You should ask yourself that because that's critical. Right now, I have one person one step away from a nursing home. I have one person one step away from going to an apartment. Like, you have to take all those things into consideration when you want to know about life satisfaction. You have to find a balance. Because at the end of the day, more money doesn't guarantee more happiness. It doesn't. They remember that song, More Money, More Problems? Yeah, he might not be a factor right now, but that statement still remains the same. Because when Alex stopped chasing all those upgrades, started saving, they found what? Peace. Peace. They built an emergency fund, paid off their debt, and finally felt free. Yes, give it up for Alex. See, you have to ask yourself, am I spending in a way that aligns with my values? What does financial freedom mean to me? Now, let me tell you what I learned. And this is the big takeaway, so you might want to write this down. Money, in fact, touches every single part of our lives. See that square that I usually had in? Money touches every single corner of that square. Our mental health, our relationships, our opportunities, and even our sense of self. But it doesn't have to control us. When you recognize these hidden impacts, you can make intentional choices by building a savings for emergencies. Stop spending to impress others. Trust me, those people do not care about you. Like, you are not a factor in their spending. And if you are, then maybe you're creating a chaos, but we'll get into that in another video. You need to create opportunities for a better future for yourself and those things that are important to you. See, Alex turned things around, and I believe you can too. Because remember, I say this often, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So now I need to hear from you. What's one financial habit that you've noticed in yourself, good or bad? Drop it in the comments. Have you ever felt the pressure to keep up with those Joneses or those Kardashians? Or your favorite celeb for that matter? Share your story in the comments or share your story with a friend. And if you're ready to take control of your finances, you have to check out my next video, because each time I'm giving you a breadcrumb to reach your destiny. I thank you for being here today. Let's keep the conversation going down in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let that tea brew into action.